Hello guys, my name is Jedi Reflexes and I'm bringing a gameplay commentary of Search and Destroy on Seatown. First off, what I want to say is this is one of my favourite maps on Modern Warfare 3. I love it. Probably the reason I love it so much is that it's close range encounters and I love submachine guns. Apart from the PM9, I love every submachine gun on the game. I'm not the biggest fan of assault rifles. I do like a few assault rifles, the ACR, the G360, the AK-47 and the FAD, but I don't really use them, to be honest. Only on resistance I really use them, or I use a sniper. Apart from that I hardly ever use them. Also, I do like the bomb placements on this map, and what the bomb preferences are. So basically people do go to A, but they go to B as well. It's not much of a sway compared to bootleg or a map like that, where basically it's only bomb B that most people plant. People do plant at B, people do plant at A on this. Probably A a tad more than B. That's mainly, I think, because of that building to my right. Most of the action actually happens there. What I'm saying is that actually I'm running the UMP today with two attachments, rapid fire and extended mags, which my mate actually recommended to me, with extreme conditioning, assassin and dead silence. This was before the Sitrep Pro patch, so that you could hear people's footsteps with dead silence as well. I pretty much used to always use dead silence. In that first round actually, one guy planted the bomb, 5v2, died, left a 5v1, and the guy defused the bomb before I could get there basically. That's the problem with Search and Destroy, I think. I love people coming out and playing and trying Search and Destroy. I just think people need to think a little bit of extra quality can actually win you the game, to be honest. But if you fought there, take one or two more out and then try and plant the bomb, rather than just leaving it a 5v2 and then die and leaving a 5v1, which is pretty hard in itself, to be honest, especially once you planted the bomb. The reason I like this gameplay so much actually is one of my mates, Call Me Barry S, was playing against these guys in the last game and he lost 4-1. And I joined the lobby and these guys are saying, oh, we haven't lost the past 5-6 games in a row. They're giving it all the all basically, and I really don't like that. The reason I don't like it is it's just really cocky, and what it actually does, it actually makes me play better. I personally think it makes me want to win. Anyway, what this guy does, again, the same guy plants, and it's exactly the same scenario as the round before, a 5v2. He 4v2 now, because obviously I killed that guy. He decides to sit in the corner and die. So it leaves me a 4v1 situation. I don't recommend it when I've got an unsilenced gun. They pretty much know where I am, so if they rush me, which they were rushing the bomb 90% of the time, like last round, I wouldn't recommend it. But I didn't have a mic at the time, and I couldn't tell him not to plant, so he's obviously planted. I can't do anything about that. And here, there's 10 seconds to go, and I hear someone pick up the bomb, so I'll just go for the guy just planting the bomb, trying to defuse the bomb, I mean. And this guy doesn't have enough time to defuse it. There's, what, 4 seconds left after I kill that guy, so he can't defuse it in time. Which actually brings me to another point. Objective gameplay. The reason sometimes that frustrates me in Search and Destroy is that exact scenario. If someone would have tried to run round, the guy would have defused the bomb. For what reason would you have run round then? You're not playing the objective. I would have kept my kill streak, right? I'm a all specialist, but I wouldn't have won the round. So realistically, you want to win, don't you? It's brilliant to get really good gameplay. Honestly, I would love to go 23-0, but I think it's more about winning, to be honest, than anything else. Next, what I want to talk about is tryhards. What can you define as a tryhard? Honestly, if you're playing the game, you generally want to have fun and win, and you can't really be classed as a tryhard because you're not. Basically, not trying is running around looking on the ground with your gun on the ground, running around in circles or something like that. That is not trying. You can't be classed as a tryhard because it's hard to explain, but everyone's trying on the game. this brings me actually to this next point. This is one of my favourite kill cams. I've played Modern Warfare 2 Search and Destroy a lot, and literally about 50 days. And this is one of my favourite kill cams I've ever got in my life. You don't get triples often in the final kill cam, but my mate was going mental after this. I really wish I had the live gameplay for this, because it's like, oh, get wrecked and stuff. And these kids were saying, oh, what a cheat, how did he know we were there? What a hacker. It was one of the most entertaining games I have played. Personally, I didn't want to lose, which we don't. Sorry to give that away, but I really did not want to lose against these guys. Also, I want to talk about this one guy. He kept going the same route, but I don't mind people going the same route under one condition. They are uncontested. If you go the same route and you're uncontested, then you can get behind them. I understand that. That's a good tactic. If you get behind the enemy team, you get one, two, three maybe kills, or maybe the whole team. I don't know. Depends how it goes. Anyway, he kept going the same route and he kept dying. I don't understand what goes through people's head when they play like that. You go the same route, you're obviously gonna die. Why some people will not change their route that they go, I'll never know. If you take a different route and you get behind the guy that's probably going to be waiting there for you because he's seen you go that route for the last 1-2 rounds, you'll easily get him. But this one guy on their team just kept going the same route, and I don't recommend it, to be honest. Next, what I want to say is I actually use headphones. I'd recommend using headphones to anyone that plays Search and Destroy, because one, you shouldn't be playing Search and Destroy if you don't use Dead Silence or Sitrep Pro now. It used to always be Dead Silence, but some of the perks on Modern Warfare 3 are not made for Search and Destroy. I do not recommend Marksman. What's Marksman actually going to get you for kills? It hardly is ever going to get you any kills on Search and Destroy. You might say a Sniper class. I understand on Sniper class, but on Search and Destroy it is not needed. There's so many better things that you can be using rather than Marksman. Also, Steady Aim is a tough one. I can actually understand Stalker to an extent. You can strafe around the corners quicker, but people with headphones are always going to pick you off. Always. I think you sound like an elephant if you run around the corner, and I have headphones on. I really recommend using headphones. That's why I would always recommend it used to be Dead Silence or Sitrep Pro. It does take a while to get Sitrep Pro, to be honest, but it is worth it, I think, personally. The only thing I would say is, if you're going to get Sitrep Pro, please don't camp. I really can't stand people who just camp with it. I've seen some guys camp with it at Type 95, sitting in the back of the map. Sitrep Pro, if anyone runs past him, he'll get him. If he hears anyone, he'll get him. It's really not Search and Destroy. That's not really. I understand he is actually killing people, but it's not how the game should play. The game should play and have fun. And if you're having fun, sitting in spawn, camping, then fair enough. But I just don't see the fun in that personally. What I want to say there is actually that one of the guys kills our teammate over by B, and I don't know what my teammate is doing. He's sitting in a corner, and they were rush planting. Apparently my mate was telling me they were rush planting. If they got the chance, they'd plant it once they killed the guy there straight away. So I pretty was certain that guy was going to be planting at that exact time, which conveniently he was. In this last round, actually, I want to say I actually aced this final round, which you can't really complain about an ace in any round. I don't really get any 3v1s or 4v1s in this video, mainly because my that guy kept camping, then he would run and plant the bomb and then die. So I wouldn't really class him as 3v1s, 4v1s, because he's planted the bomb and I just have to try and defend the bomb as best as possible. And I do like this final kill. I don't see the traction in this building back here, but this guy obviously does. Anyway, that is the gameplay. Please leave a comment and like. I'm Jedi Reflexes, and thank you for watching.
Mission accomplished. Good work.